Hello and welcome back.
Hi.
Talk 30 to me. Our last pod together.
That's so sad.
Before it's via Zoom.
I know. It's going to be so weird and the audio might sound a little bit different to you guys. So just give us at least a couple episodes. Hopefully we'll have everything, all the audio sorted. Courtney will sound the same because she's using the same mic, but I'm using a different mic. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah I'm excited.
Cool. I'm not.
Aww. It literally feels so weird. People are like, you're literally leaving so soon, and I'm like, it doesn't feel real to me. I think because I've wanted to go for so long, it's just been like build up. Yeah, it just doesn't feel real.
Yeah,
but I'm excited. I'll be happy when I'm there.
Exactly. We've crammed all these episodes into like a month, which is wild.
Yeah.
So it's going to be also weird for us having a little pod break until
I know.
we record the next one. It'll be next week for you guys, but probably next month for us.
Yeah. I reckon I want to try film at least an episode in each place I go, so I can talk about what I've been up to.
Yeah.
Awesome. Exciting.
I'm excited for you.
Yay. What's your beverage of choice today?
So,
I really want to try this.
It's like a raspberry strawberry
tea
Sprite.
Well, okay, she like had a raspberry and strawberry tea bag, and then she pulled Sprite instead of like hot water, so it's like a cold raspberry and strawberry Sprite. I really want to try it. I'm excited. Oh my god, that's so good.
Yeah.
I feel like Courtney's like like how people are into like water talks or whatever. I don't even know what water talk is, but Shane Dawson loves his water talks and like making up new creations. I feel like that's you with like your teas and Sprite.
Yeah, it's actually so good. I really like this one.
Yeah.
And also the other Red Seal tea bag, which is like peach and pineapple, is also really yummy.
Oh, that would be good.
But yeah, recommend. You just have to let it sit for like 20 minutes to get all the flavour.
Oh my god, it actually tastes so good though. Yum.
Do you want one?
I kind of wish I knew before, but I've now got a blackcurrant tea, so I'm just going to drink my blackcurrant tea.
Okay, I can make you one after.
Pass that
for the road.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be nice.
These are such big mugs as well. Yeah. There's nothing worse than going to someone's house and they've got like pissy little mugs.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, when you like go and they're like, do you want a tea? And then they've got like a mug that's like...
And you're like, that's like a gulp.
Yeah, we go for the big mugs in this house.
Yeah. Big mugs, big jugs.
I knew you were going to say that.
I don't even know what that means, but I said it anyway.
What else is happening this week?
Not much. You're going to Queenstown.
I'm going to Queenstown.
You excited?
Yes, very
We're just
excited.
like tag teaming Queenstown.
We are tag teaming Queenstown and the family down there, so very excited.
Yay!
Minnie hasn't been on a plane for a few months, so we'll see how that goes.
Oh, I think he'll be fine. He'll be excited.
So much more active now, though.
Yeah, true.
And it's a day flight, not a night one.
What time is it?
9
a.m.
His nap time is when we land, so I didn't plan that one too well, did I?
Oh, no.
Nah, he'll be fine. There'll be 4 adults to wrangle him this time.
Yeah, and you could just download like a show on your phone or whatever.
Yeah,
like
he's actually pretty good at flying, honestly. We've done lots of flying in his time.
He'll be excited. He'll probably just want to like move around and stuff and like...
But like back in the day...
He might get to do the lollies.
Oh my
god. Could you imagine him to do the lollies?
He'd just roar at everyone.
He likes to roar and be a dinosaur.
But it'll be kind of nice for me because like I used to fly with Minnie B by myself like quite a few times, and it's like kind of hard to do it by yourself, but there's gonna be 4 adults this time.
Wow. Mum's
like, how are you feeling? I'm like, I'm great, you know, like he'll run down, I'll be like,
pass him
yeah,
on.
uncle go get him, or like auntie go fetch.
go fetch my child.
I plan on just reading the book the whole time.
Oh nice, that's gonna be lovely.
Yeah, it's gonna be great for me.
But
yeah, Queenstown will be great. Nice cool weather.
Lovely. So this week on Unpopular Opinion and Am I the Arsehole, we've got Am I the Arsehole? I found my boyfriend's Reddit account. Would I be the arsehole to break up over this?
Ooh.
I've been with my boyfriend for 2 years. I have a Reddit account he knows about, usually just posting our cat sometimes and just me looking at memes, blah, blah, blah. My boyfriend doesn't have a Reddit account. At least I thought he didn't. He never really spoke about it, but he just uses Facebook, Instagram. I never noticed the app on his phone because I've never looked on his phone too hard because I've never had a reason to. He went to take a shower and he left his phone in the room, and I forgot about a large package he bought and I wanted to see the tracking on it. I went in on his email to get the tracking number and I noticed it was a whole different email. It had Reddit emails and I was confused because he had never had one. I found out the Reddit app was hidden and I found out what his username was. I went onto my phone to look up his username and it was full of body shots and dick pics. It was obviously him. I went to see what comments he had, and they were on OnlyFans subs complimenting him. I was so fucking pissed off, I couldn't look any further. I haven't spoke to him about this, but he can tell that I'm pissed off and keeps asking me what's wrong, but I don't even know if I should tell him or not. This happened this morning, and I've just been thinking about this the entire time. I'm thinking about just breaking up with him and getting my stuff and leaving, but I don't know if I'm being too nuclear or overdramatic. But I feel so uncomfortable about this situation. Am I the arsehole? What's your situation about that? First of all, I hate guys who fucking this instance has weirdly happened to me before. Not with nudes, but he would post pictures of himself on these forums or whatever because he wanted compliments, because he always felt the need to be complimented all the time by random people, not by people who actually cared about him. But it's such a strange concept that there are actually guys out there, or people out there, I should say, who constantly need the approval, the validation from others about their looks, and they'll be sneaky about it. But yeah, what are your thoughts on that situation?
I think that's weird. Did it say how long they've been together?
2 years.
2 years.
So
do you break up over that? Or do you not break up over that? I think you have a discussion.
You definitely have a discussion.
Oh, 100%.
For 2 years. If it was 6 months, I'm get out of there. He's weird, but
I think she should she obviously needs to tell him.
Yeah.
And have a sit down talk about it.
Yeah.
And what he's actually looking for in this instance, and why he'd feel the need to lie about it.
Yeah, so uncomfortable.
It's so weird. It's really uncomfy. But she should. I don't think she should just leave without asking and getting.
Definitely not
bringing it up. Yeah,
but I don't think she also is an arsehole if she did want to leave.
Oh yeah,
that could be a deal breaker, and it's super fucking weird.
That's just bizarre. I haven't had one that I've been this stumped on just because it's just weird.
But he might have some deeper issues going on. So if she talks about it with him, it opens it up for him to share those deeper concerns that he has about himself, maybe personal image. He has issues with his own personal image, and he just needs validation from others. But just opening up that conversation with him hopefully then helps. They can either have a conversation, she might be able to help him, or he just won't change and continue to be even more sneaky about it. But I don't know.
She wouldn't be the asshole for breaking up, but definitely have a discussion.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be the end if she doesn't
want it to be. But also if she's willing to just pack up and leave after this, it feels like that there might be some more things going on, or a history of it perhaps.
Yeah, maybe she maybe it's happened before, or she's had.
Are there comments?
One of the top comments was send a private message to him on Reddit. So send him make a fake account and then send a message to him on Reddit and see if he what he. And to be fair, I kind of vibe that. I would
I'd straight up do that, honestly.
Yeah, because like I said, he could just be wanting validation, or he could be trying to meet other people and honestly start new relations. So I think
I wouldn't even do it on a new account. I'd do it on my own account and just message, be like, this looks familiar, or something like that.
Oh my God.
So then he knows that you've seen it, and just do it when you're in the same room, so you can see his reaction to it.
True. Or just, I don't know. I would definitely
I'd definitely do the pity
investigate further in terms of. I'd probably definitely make a fake account and message and be like, hey.
Yeah, I'd make Brittany make the fake account and message on.
Oh my God. Have we done that before?
I feel like we might have.
I think we actually have. I think we have.
Not on Reddit, but something else, we must have done that.
Yeah.
I can't think of.
I remember messaging
this just feels
someone.
Familiar.
Yeah. I remember messaging someone you asked me to message. I don't know if I made a fake account.
I don't think it was a message. I definitely asked you to Facebook stalk people.
Yeah.
The 40-year-old man that we talked about in a few episodes.
Did I?
You didn't message, you Facebook stalk.
Yeah, but I didn't know the situation.
No, you didn't. I just been like, Brittany, investigate this name, please.
Investigate.
And you just send me screenshots. You're a real one. Okay. Am I the arsehole for divorcing my wife because she lied about her fertility?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I, male 38, have been with my wife Natalie, female 37, for 8 years, married for 4. Natalie has a daughter from a previous relationship, Kayla, female 12. Kayla's dad left when she was a newborn. We have no idea where he is. I love her as if she was mine. She calls me her dad and we have a great relationship. I told Natalie from the beginning that I would like to have my own biological children, and she said she is open to having more kids. We got married, we bought a nice place, and started trying for a baby. After a year, we did some testing and it all came back normal. My wife said IVF would be too costly and hard for her body. I was secretly devastated, but I decided to come to terms with the fact that I'll never have my own biological kids. This was until a few days ago when I found out from Natalie's sister that Natalie lied to me. She and her sister got into a fight in our house and her sister screamed, "At least I don't take pills behind my husband's back and claim I'm infertile. Does he know you had an abortion?"
Oh my god.
I was floored. My wife kicked her sister out and started crying, saying she really didn't want another kid, but she didn't want to lose me. I can't believe that she lied to me instead of talking to me. I just left. I've been staying at my parents' house since then. Natalie begs me to come back and says we can try for a baby. Kayla even messaged me to come back. My parents think I should just move on and give her another chance. She made a mistake and she apologized. Am I the asshole for wanting this divorce?
Oh my god.
We come in with the juicy ones.
That was fucked up of her. That was so fucked up of her.
There's just a little bit of additional information.
Yeah, go on.
So, yes, the abortion happened 1.5 years after our wedding. Yes, it is my baby. And she saw that I was devastated and upset when she claimed we can't have a baby. I can't believe she lied to my face.
Oh man.
Divorce that bitch. Oh.
Yeah. No. If you want to divorce her, definitely.
That's a crazy lie. That's an 8-year lie. That is wild.
That's definitely crazy, but they might be able to work through it. Like, if she's like, she obviously, like, really doesn't want to lose him. If she's like, oh, fuck, okay, like, I'll have another baby, like, because I don't want to lose you. Maybe, but they definitely, God, they're going to need to go to some serious therapy after this. And she fucked up so hard. She could, like, keep trying with him. He could keep trying with her if he still loves her and wants to try again. But I also wouldn't blame him if he wanted a divorce in that situation. But I don't think it has to be the end if he does. If you know, they could come back from it. But
it'll take a lot of therapy though.
Yeah, it would take a lot of deep conversations and a lot of hard work from both of them.
I think he should be bar Felicia.
I know, but it's kind of sad because he's always wanted his kid.
But he can still go find someone else.
How old is he?
30-something.
If he still loves her and feels like it's something they could work through, then he should definitely do that. But
I feel like...
But if he's like, no. Yeah, I don't know.
But she got an abortion, for God's sakes. She's been taking a pill behind his back.
That's super fucked up.
I don't think there's a recovery from this, quite honestly.
Fair enough.
Because it's like, yeah, she... Like, if it was just the lie...
Yeah.
But she's been taking a pill... to actively not and crush his dreams.
That's sneaky.
She's a snake. And then she gets an abortion? Oh.
Yeah, getting the... Yeah, that must have been so hard for him to hear. That's so sad.
That's awful.
That's really, really... That is awful.
Shout out to the sister, honestly.
Yeah, shout out to the sister. Maybe he
should
get
come out the right way.
I'm joking.
Oh my God.
I'm joking. Sorry.
One of the comments was like,
that, but...
not the arsehole. That is not a small lie. I generally support women's rights to choose, but lying is not right. She aborted your wanted child without discussing it. That's pretty high level of betrayal.
Yeah. And if it was like a fresh relationship and she got an abortion and didn't say anything, I would kind of understand that. But they've been together 8 years. They probably got married after like a couple of years or whatever. That's like... If she was with him for like less than maybe like 2 years or a year and a half,
4 years,
and then she got thingy, then I would kind of get it, but at least like even tell him, be like, this is a situation I wasn't ready, so I had an abort. Yeah, that's a yuckies one.
Sorry,
yuckies.
Sorry, team.
No, that was a good one though. Okay, this isn't an am I the arsehole? This is just a dating question.
Okay,
is stopping by someone's house unannounced creepy as fuck when you've been dating less than 2 weeks? Regardless of what you're bringing me. Last month, I'd gone on a first date with a man and a few days later mentioned I wasn't feeling great. He took it upon himself to drive 45 minutes to my house and at night stopped by to drop off some stuff, cookies and a frozen daiquiri, lol. When I asked him later how he got my address, he said I'd given it to him. In brackets, I kind of remember. I ended up breaking it off with this guy for other reasons, but I'd like to get people's inputs. We hadn't even been on 2 dates when he did this and talking less than 2 weeks. I think it's totally different if you're already together, but to stop by someone's house unannounced when you don't know them is crossing a major line. I know he meant it to be nice, but to be honest, it creeped me out. What do you guys think? Maybe I'm the one who needs to be more romantic. Lol. Oh. I find that creepy as heck.
Really?
I find that creepy as heck. Do you find that like...
Yeah, I find it creepy too.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like, I find it romantic. I was like, ooh,
Nah, 2 weeks.
don't react.
I don't know. Did he expect her to open the door, or is it just like a drop and go gift?
True.
Because
I still find it weird though. Oh, sorry, you go.
after like a few months of knowing people, I've like dropped off gifts if they're unwell.
And also, like, doing it to a friend is a bit different. Like,
True, yeah.
being on like a date with this person.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's an icky one. Don't like that.
I find
Also,
it
how
super
does she
creepy.
mildly remember giving an address? It's like, you remember or you don't. It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, but they probably went on a date and then she was probably like had a few drinks or whatever, so she probably didn't
But like,
know what she said.
if you're on a date and you have a few drinks, are you like, just so you know, my address is bleep, bleep, bleep?
True, that's
It's
true.
just a weird thing to like vaguely remember giving an address.
That's true. But also,
It's just weird.
for me, like,
I don't know.
I cannot stand people just showing up at my house
Yes,
unannounced. Like,
yeah.
that's like my biggest pet peeve is like someone who just like, they're like, oh, it's just in the neighborhood, so I thought I'd pop by. Like, please don't. I'm at home. I've allocated this time in my day to like mentally be on my own, and I don't know. I mean, blue zones, I'm trying to get out of this mindset. So one day, hopefully, I would love people to just rock up but
Be welcomed.
and be welcome. But at this instance, I'm just like, oh my God, I couldn't think of anything worse. Like you think it, you know, you have your day or whatever, and then you might be like, oh, I've only got like an hour to myself today, so I'm just gonna like enjoy the peace and quiet and time on myself. And then someone shows up, and you're like, oh my God.
I was literally thinking about this the other day because I'm the same. Because I'm looking at moving at the moment, and one of my options is moving somewhere where I know quite a few like people we've lived before.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I would die if people thought like me moving there was an invitation for them just to pop around if they're in the neighborhood.
No, I think
That is so
you just
weird.
gotta set the boundaries early for people. Like a lot
Just
of my
be like, hey, I'm not someone that you can just pop around, like call, message. I like warning. I like my house to be tidy. I like to be able to like provide them something like snack, drinks. I like to be prepared.
Totally. I think you just got to set the boundaries. Like all my friends, I've been very upfront and probably rude about it, where I've just been like, please do not show up like unannounced. Like, I hate it. I would one day love to not hate it. I would one day love to be Blue Zone's vibe and be like, come round, it's all about community and people, and I'm retraining my brain to be like that. But right now I'm like, please
She
leave
ain't
me
there.
alone. I'm not quite there yet. I'm not quite there for unannounced visitors.
I wonder if it's some way we grew up, because we had people pop by all the time, it felt
Did
like. Do you not remember? People would just always be showing up at our house.
True. They'd be like, oh, I was just walking past. Like, I seen if your mum's home for a drink. And then mum would be like, yeah, come on in.
Yeah, and I would be like, bitch, I want to watch TV, but now we can't go in the lounge.
I don't know where that came from. Must have come from Dad. Dad's like the opposite.
Yeah, but like we'd always have people just popping by. People would just be like, I'm not like just around the neighborhood. Like,
I aspire to be like mum and just be like, yeah, come on in, we'll have a drink. Like, to be fair, it'd probably be really nice, but I just don't think I'm quite there yet.
I'd let you just pop over unannounced, but that's about it. That's where I draw my line.
Yeah.
Because like my house is dirty now, but I mean it's messy, not dirty.
I don't even care about the cleanness of the house. So it's just like mentally you need it. Sometimes you're mentally tired and you don't want to socialize with anyone.
That's so me. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever become that person. Yay blue zones, yay community, but fuck that.
You're like, yay.
I'll go to the person's house so I can leave. Like, that's the other thing, is that then you don't know when they're gonna leave. What if it's so many times sorry, this is a rant now. So many times growing up, I'd be like, just come over for a quick drink. Then it's like 2 bottles of wine down, ordering pizza later, because no one can be bothered cooking us food.
Yeah. Unpopular opinions? Children shouldn't be academically ranked.
Yeah, I agree with
I don't really have an opinion on this so much, just because I don't have kids yet. So I feel like I don't feel as passionately about it, and I'm probably not thinking about all the other aspects to it.
No, but like not even thinking about having a child, but like when you were in school, how would you feel being compared to others?
I just like never even thought about it.
I've never liked it.
Like I never academically thought about being compared to others.
Oh, yeah, I've always felt like I hate the ranking of anything. Like if you're going to skip a year because you know more and you're just doing well, then that's great.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, you know, when you do a test and it's like, okay, you know, you go around, it's like, did you get excellence, merit, or achieved? Because that's like a ranking as well, right?
Yeah.
Because like the
having
smart people know they're doing well.
Achieved, merit, excellence, and then people who get achieved, they're like, yeah, I just got achieved. It's like, well, no,
That was
you
me.
passed. Like, no, but you're
like
you're
I tried.
doing, but also you're doing enough to
pass.
you're doing enough to be at the level that you should be. So it's not even, it's not a negative thing
I
getting
know,
achieved.
but it's kind of like feels like a negative thing.
It does.
Because everyone, like the people that are doing well very much preach that are doing really well.
Yeah. Making love is creepy phrasing, and I will die on that hill by myself and leave me. I don't really know why, but one of the worst ways to describe fornication, making love, it's the worst one. I feel like only really old creepy men use that phrasing, especially when they're speaking with girls way too younger than them. Honestly, any other phrasing sounds better to me. Fucking, doing the dirty, fornicating, the birds and the bees, raw dogging, anything but making love. I can't be the only one who thinks this, right?
I agree with that. Although I do think raw dogging's way worse than making love, but making love's definitely...
I think raw dogging, that is worse, but it sounds funnier.
Yeah, making love I've always had the ick about. I won't die on the hill, but I'll definitely be on the hill.
I definitely agree making love is creepy
that's a
phrasing.
weird way. It is creepy. It does remind me of like old men.
Yeah, it does. Unpopular opinion, mosquitoes really do need to go extinct.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, they suck.
I'm the mosquito friend. I get the mosquitoes just
me
come
too.
to me.
And there's nothing worse. My guy friends go, oh, I haven't been bitten. It's like, yeah, because you've got fucking hairy ass legs and the mosquitoes can't get to your skin, and they're all coming to me because my legs are shaven and it's like easy target.
Yeah.
And they get stuck in like guys' leg hair, so they like can't like really get to it. That annoys me so much when guys, they're like, oh, but I'm not getting bitten. It's like, yeah, because you've fucking got so much hair.
Oh, I'm like, people are like, I'm not getting bitten. I'm like, yeah, because look at my fucking legs right now.
Yeah,
I've
that
been
happens
bitten like
as well.
50 times. Oh, I hate mosquitoes. Yeah, they can go extinct.
Do you hate mosquitoes more or sandflies? Because I think one of them loves you more. So like mosquitoes love me. They don't like Ollie, but sandflies love Ollie, and they don't really fuck with me.
I'm always getting bitten.
Oh.
Just anything.
Did I show you the spider bite I got?
Yeah.
On my
at Dad's house. Dad, if you're listening, Brittany got spider bite at your house and didn't tell you.
But don't bomb your place. Sorry, Dad. It was so itchy for ages, and then it took like a week to heal, and then when I was nude the other day, I like looked at it and it was like all purple, and I'm like, oh, am I all good? It was like...
The spider gave you a hickey.
Yeah, literally, the spider gave me... It was all purple. I was like, what's going on here? The thing is, I don't even know if it was a spider bite, but it was so itchy, and it couldn't... I don't know. I don't know what else it could have been. Because, like, yeah, I don't know what else it could have been. It wasn't a mosquito bite, because I know a mosquito bite.
Oh, it just freaks me out. Spider bites, like when you're in, like, you would have got it in bed probably.
Yeah, it would have been in my clothes, but like I never saw it, so I don't know where it, I cannot confirm nor deny.
Yeah, when we were
but it was so itchy.
Beach house the other night, there was a cockroach.
Oh my god.
That was brought to my attention just before I was about to go to sleep.
Courtney just starts screaming. She's like, oh my god, Jonathan! And then me and Mum were like, oh, Jonathan's probably like done a big fart or something. And Courtney's like,
a gassy boy.
And then I go up and there's like a cockroach, and Courtney's like screaming.
No, what happened is Ollie came in and was like, oh yeah, when I was closing your room, like closing the curtains like 3 hours before, there was a bug in your room.
Did he see it?
Yeah.
I didn't know
He came in and was like, just so you know that,
Ollie
like,
the slippery dog.
Yeah, so like you couldn't have told me 3 hours before when you first saw the fucking cockroach that it was in the room. And then I was like, Ollie, what the fuck? And then we look up and it's like right at the window, like above my bed.
Oh my god.
And Ollie's like, there it is.
Oh my
and
god.
I'm like, Ollie.
That's so funny.
And then he's like, he'll be right. I'm like, is it a moth? Like, Ollie should have just said it was a moth because I don't really care about moths. That would have been fine. And he's like, nah, mate, it's a cockroach. And I'm like,
oh my
again,
god.
you couldn't have told me this, like not just before I'm going to bed.
That is dog of Ollie. That is dog of Ollie.
Yeah, and then he's like, we're both looking up at it. It starts running down the wall. Like it's a very high ceiling. It starts running down the wall. I was like, well, good night. Like,
what a dickhead.
Good luck, G.
Good luck, G. You're like, ah.
I'm like, Ollie, what the fuck?
Yeah, me and Mum just heard you screaming, and I was like, oh, Jonathan's done a fart for sure. Because or like, done a big
your
poo or something.
boyfriend set me up.
Yeah, I didn't know all that information.
Me up so bad.
Anyway, I killed the cockroach, so all is well.
Yeah, thanks, Brittany.
Yeah. Do we want a bonus unpopular opinion?
Yeah.
Telling a random person in public to smile is rude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. That's easy.
Especially when it's like an old man, like smile, love, or you know, or like it's
like fuck off.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, fuck that. So this week on Real Talk, we thought we would discuss becoming a mother because we have a mother here with us of a beautiful 2-year-old, 2.5-year-old, I should say, and there might be some mothers listening, and it's just good to chat about different motherly things and advice. That makes no sense at all.
No, it's great.
So I'm going to be asking Courtney some questions about being a mum, and she'll answer them honestly. What was the most surprising aspect of early motherhood?
Jesus Christ. The most surprising aspect?
Yeah, like the one that you probably didn't expect. Or you
I feel
thought
like it
you
was
were
honestly
gonna,
just in a blur the whole time.
or you thought it was gonna be something, and then you're surprised that.
I think I was a lot more relaxed than I thought I'd be.
Yeah,
I was very much just like, go with the flow.
yeah,
I thought
I
I
agree.
would be like very routine based, you know, very like to the clock. But I was like, if he's gonna sleep, great, cool. Let's just embrace that time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think just as a parent in general, like I've been a lot more relaxed than I
yeah,
thought I would ever be. Like,
yeah. What values are most important for you to instill into Mini B?
oh, to be kind
Yeah,
and empathetic
yeah,
and nice
yeah.
and loyal.
He's already
Like all the good things.
he's already like so many of those things. Like he's really empathetic
Yeah.
and like caring.
You just really want to raise a good human.
Yeah.
Because they're only with you for like a short amount of time.
But also one of their most important amounts
Oh,
of time
obviously,
as well.
yeah.
What has been your favourite developmental milestone?
Probably when he could like start to actually talk,
Yeah, like just words, or you mean sentences?
like sentences.
That's one of my favourites of Mini Bear as well.
Yeah, it's just so much fun.
He's so much fun. He's so funny as well.
But,
And he
like,
talks so much.
I think like every different development is really cool because
Yeah.
it's like something more than it was before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I love right now that he can communicate so well.
Yeah.
Like there's never really much grey area for like me not knowing what he wants
Yeah.
or needs because he just tells me like last
Yeah.
night, I'm cold. I'm like, cool, blanket, easy.
Yeah.
But like each like development and each new milestone is always so exciting.
And has its own challenges as well.
Oh yeah.
Because like I remember when Mini B was first born, you're like,
Mm-hmm.
I just want him to be able to sit up or whatever, and then or I just want him to be able to like move around and be like, you know, a bit more exciting because I guess they're just in like survival
Yeah.
mode, and then they start crawling and you're like, oh shit, I wish I could go back to when he was just like asleep on me all the time, and it was just like
cuddles constantly.
or like it was the when he was first born, you're like, I just want to be able to like have more like better sleeps and not be awake every couple hours. But then
Yeah.
when he did sleep, he was like able to crawl or walk, and then you're like, okay, this is like
Yeah.
a whole nother ball game.
It's
I wish he could just be asleep
It's
again.
always
on me
just
all
like
the
this constant learning wheel, it feels like. It's like when you finally get one thing sorted, something else comes up.
Yeah.
So it's like just routines are always changing. Everything's always changing.
Yeah.
But it's just so much fun, like seeing how they develop and learn and grow.
Yeah.
I hadn't even, like, he was really good at doing sign language.
Oh yeah, he
And
was.
I had never really thought about this till Ollie and I were talking about it the other day because it was just like my everyday.
Yeah.
And Ollie's like, no, that was actually so cool.
It was
that he
so
was
cool.
unable to like talk, but he knew what he wanted. So
Yeah.
he'd like still, that was his way of communicating
It
it.
was so cool.
And I never really
liked it.
thought about it, like, well, like lots of things just because it was my everyday and I was so used to it.
Yeah.
But like looking back, I'm like, that was actually so cool. I wish I have like videos of him doing that, but I just don't
Yeah.
because it just becomes like just
It was like
part of
normal, and you're like,
yeah.
oh, it'll be around forever, and then you had the day where he was
Where
last
he-
signed to you, and you didn't know that was the last time he was gonna sign to you.
I saw this like video that wrecked me, or it was like a reel on Instagram the other day.
Yeah.
And it was like, one day you're going to drive past diggers and they're not going to be excited to see diggers.
Or like one day
That wrecked me.
One day it's going to be the last time they're excited to see, and you're not going to know that's the last time.
They're
they're
so
see.
messed up.
I know.
That brings me, like, makes my eyes teary.
It's like that with friends, though, right? You're like, there was the last day you saw someone, like one of your friends, and you didn't
Yeah,
realize that
it
was
was the
going to be
last
the
day.
last day you were going to see them,
They're so messed up.
or the last day you were going to like message them or talk to them. Okay, how has motherhood changed you personally?
Oh, I don't really think it's changed me too much.
Yeah,
Apart from I can't just pack up and leave back to Canada whenever I want.
yeah, a bit harder to move.
A bit harder to move.
Yeah,
I think it changes you, but I don't know. I think I've just become like really lost since becoming a parent.
yeah.
I've lost my way a bit.
Why do you feel like that? Because your whole like world revolves around him.
Yeah.
Mm.
And like parenting's weird because it's this constant thing of like wanting your own time, but then missing them when they're not with you.
Yeah,
Like that's actually
Yeah.
me. I'm like, I just need like a couple of hours or a day to myself, and then I have that, and I'm like, oh, like,
where are they?
can he come back now? Like,
Well, I guess because they become so instilled in you in a way. Like they become so a part of you for so long.
I think because my situation as well, it was very much just him and I at the start of his life for like the first like year and a half.
Yeah.
Was him and I all the time.
Yeah.
Non-stop.
What's one piece of parental advice that you've held on to?
Probably the thing I keep preaching is to just like trust your gut.
Yeah.
And don't take shit from anyone.
Yeah. I think that's cool.
Stand up for your little one. You know what's best.
Yeah. My other question probably aligns along with that too, but what's like any advice you give like a new mother? Obviously, trust your gut.
And it's okay not to be okay. It's like, it's just foggy and it feels like you're drowning the first little, I mean, probably some super parents where it doesn't feel like that. And it gets better. Like the sleepless nights. Yeah. Like get better eventually. And like you do end up missing those times, because I remember I would be awake like all night, it felt like, and then I saw something somewhere and I was like, okay, like it was this like image or this illustration of like all the mums like in different, like it was like a building, and in each window like all the different mums in the window like comforting their baby. And it was just like so nice to know, like even though it feels so lonely at the time, like there are other like parents that are up right now doing the exact same thing,
feeling
and like
the same
with
way,
tears streaming down your face,
feeling like they're alone.
Yeah, because you just want to have like sleep.
That's a nice image.
Yeah.
I think.
What was the question?
It was the advice you'd give new mothers.
Yeah. It gets better.
Yeah.
And it's okay not to be okay.
Yeah.
Looking
good
back,
advice.
like during the time of like the first like 6 months, I was like, I'm doing fine. Like I knew I wasn't, but I was like trying to pretend I was fine. But looking back, I'm like, I have no idea how anyone believed that. Because like I was very much not fine.
Yeah. I guess people just like respected the decision. Some people probably knew, but they wanted to help you in other ways. Yeah. That's all the questions.
I feel like I didn't answer any of those very well.
No, I think being sprung questions is always hard, but you answered them well, I think.
Okay, so I have a little crimey story for you today. I have my notes.
Is it a real story?
It's a real story.
Okay,
so there's a lady and she's a freshman in college, and she's walking back from her friend's house through a park.
Okay.
And she's attacked.
Yeah.
She was sexually assaulted.
Okay.
So that happens, and then she obviously calls the police, but they can't find the guy.
Oh.
A few months later, we'll call this lady Author.
Okay.
So a few months later, Author is walking through her little town or city.
Yeah.
And she spots the guy that...
Oh my God.
He just walks past her.
Oh my God.
So she calls the police.
Yeah.
They arrest him.
Yeah.
And he's caught. So years later, the author writes a memoir about her experience in the park that day.
Yeah.
And it gets published, and the book is called Lucky. Because how lucky is she that she just saw him walking by that day?
Yeah.
Right? And it sells over 1 million copies.
Oh my God.
This kicks off her writing career.
And there's an actual book called Lucky. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
The memoir of Author.
Yeah.
A few years later, she finishes writing her second book.
Yeah.
Lovely Bones.
Yes.
It blows up, becomes a movie, and it's very successful.
Wow.
So that's like the same author that wrote
Wow.
Lucky that happened to, right?
Yeah.
So it catches the eye of Timothy, who owns a production company.
Yes.
And he wants to make her first book, Lucky, into a film.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Brittany's face. So he starts developing the movie, which means he's researched the book.
Yeah.
And he notices a lot of discrepancies which aren't adding up.
Oh, in Lucky.
In the book Lucky.
Yeah.
Some of these discrepancies is that, okay, so the guy who attacked Author is called Broadwater.
Yeah.
That's his last name. He always said he was innocent.
Yeah.
He's been in prison for 16 years.
Wow.
He paid for a lie detector test, and he passed it.
Right.
And then his appeals were constantly rejected.
Oh my God.
And then Author, picked out the wrong guy in the lineup. The person that she picked as the one that attacked her was just like a plant from the police.
Right.
So she never picked the right guy. So Timothy...
Like before his arrest.
Right. Yeah. So Timothy decides not to fund the movie anymore.
Yeah.
Because there's too many discrepancies.
Yeah.
And he hires a private investigator to continuing to investigate.
Oh my God. The situation.
Yes. So he eventually gets the conviction overturned after years of fighting. Because after Broadwater gets out of jail, he has to register as a sexual offender.
Yes, yeah.
And he doesn't really have any friends.
Yeah.
He eventually finds a lady, gets married. She wants to have kids, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
He wants kids too, but he can't do it because of how much shit the kids are going to get for having their dad be a, So his conviction finally gets overturned, and the author writes an apology letter.
Whoa. Yeah.
The publishers stop publishing the book Lucky,
Yeah.
and Broadwater sues New York for $16 million, but settles on $5.5 million for spending 16 years in jail.
Oh my God.
Timothy and his production company are now making a documentary about Broadwater called Unlucky.
Oh, that's going to be a really interesting documentary.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And that's my story. Also, I would like to say it was proven that she did actually get attacked.
Yeah.
It just wasn't him that attacked
Oh, right.
her.
I see. Oh, that's nuts.
Yeah.
And she made Lovely Bones. Did she
So
like
she's
base
the
what
author
Lovely Bones like was about?
No.
Or she just like it's just a story that she
just
made
her
up?
story.
Oh, wow.
I just thought it was interesting.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Interesting. I'm excited for that documentary to come out.
Called Unlucky.
Is it going to be on Netflix or
I have no idea. It's in production at the moment.
All right. Cool. That's a fun fact. I love that. Okay, to wrap up the pod this week, we're doing top 5 books. Now, I used to read a bit as a kid, and then I didn't read for like 15 years, and then I got into it like a year ago. So my list isn't big. I've actually only got 4 books that are my favorite, but also I haven't read that much. My favorite book at the moment is Ikigai. I'm probably saying that wrong, but it's about like Japanese like way of life and living and like kind of outlook on life. And I just find it really interesting, and their whole ethos is something that I want to be able to live by, and yeah, I just really love it and the idea of it. The second book is called The Courage to be Disliked. The Courage to be Disliked is a Japanese philosophy basically on like how to be disliked and just be comfortable with yourself, and just like it's just like a different kind of outlook on life that I find really interesting.
Is that a new book?
I'm not sure.
No,
I think it's been around for a while, but it's like 3 million bestseller.
Yeah.
Like it's very popular book. My third book is The Alchemist. Again, they're all like philosophy books, but I just really love like philosophy, I guess, and the story behind these books. But The Alchemist is done really beautifully because it's philosophy but turned into like a story, so it's like really kind of easy to read and interesting. And again, I like the hidden meanings in that book. And then my fourth is The Da Vinci Code, which was like the second book. I basically went to Dad and was like, I'm trying to get into reading. He was like, read this, and gave me The Da Vinci Code, which is like a fat book if you've ever seen it. And it is like, it took me like a month to read, but I love history and conspiracy theories and all that stuff. So it was really interesting and I really enjoyed it.
Cool.
So they're my top 4 books.
Lovely. So 2 of mine I read during COVID.
Yeah.
And I read them in like a day because I had nothing going on in my life. And they're the fastest I've ever read books. I'm a slow reader usually.
Cool.
But the first one is called Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reid.
Yeah. Is that like, are these like
These are 2 fiction books.
fictions? Yep. Cool.
Yeah, and then the next one is Ask Again Yes by Mary Beth Keane. Great books.
Nice.
Super easy reads.
Cool.
Wonderful. The next one, I love poetry books.
Oh, cool.
So I do have quite a collection of poetry books. The classic, The Sun and Her Flowers.
Nice.
Easy, very Instagrammy. And then 101 Essays That Will Change Your Life.
Nice.
Some little longer poetries. And then The Secret.
Oh, nice.
Tried and true.
Have you watched The Secret like TV thing?
It's an old one, eh?
I haven't ever read The Secret, but I know people stand by, but I've watched like the TV show. But I think the TV show, like, it seems very like wacky and crazy. I think the book probably is a bit more like.
Mum got me the book when I was like 14, I think.
Yeah.
Or 15.
Well,
it was the
it's a
teenage secret. Yeah.
Well, it's like another outlook on life, right? Like a secret way on just like secretly manifesting stuff. Just the power of manifestation, and
They're my books.
I love that.
Yeah.
Great recommendations. Let us know what your favorite books are. And yeah, thank you so much for listening this week.
And again, next time, be via Zoom.
We're going to be via Zoom. Brittany's going to be traveling. That's so crazy.
But one day in about 4 months' time, we'll be back in these spots.
Yep.
Unless I move. It'll be same couch, different location. Thanks for listening.
Thank you so much for listening. It would be great if you could download, follow us on whatever, and share with your friends as well if you think they would like this or even just benefit from this episode. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.